Well, I've been running from something 20 years in the car, down a road that's leading nowhere. It would drive through the farmland, no one knows where we're from. Could I kiss you and make you queen, or something in between? Or do you wanna see it? Place where I was free. 'Cause in my mind I need it, but you know we're near to me. Moved to New York City, take your woman by the hand, leave her there with the things on the doorstep. And there's no way around it. Could this be our last dance? Just fall asleep with the TV, darling. Be back again. Do you wanna see it? The place where I am free. 'Cause in my mind I've been there, and there's no one here but me.
Till I need new shoes. Yeah, yeah. I said don't stop, don't stop, don't stop talking to me. Stop, don't stop, don't stop giving me Right
approval and blessing of their family and friends, who has the honor of supporting this woman in marriage to this man. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words that shall unite Glen and Emma in marriage. Should there be any cause why this couple cannot be joined together today, please speak now or forever hold your peace. I think you're safe. I have had the pleasure of watching the two of you for only a short time, but it's very clear that there's tenderness and joy between the two of you. Emma, your beauty was only intensified for Glen by your drive and your sweet maternal nature. And Glen, I believe that you had earned the nickname Potty McPotterson before you two even met. But in the end, it was your kindness and loving heart that won Emma over. In the years ahead, you will grow in ways you can't yet imagine. You will challenge each other's shortcomings and rely on each other's strength. Your family will be founded on the strength of your love and the gentleness of your spirit, which is a rare and lovely combination to have. I urge you to choose your battles wisely and remember that so many of the things that irritate us aren't that important when put into perspective. Listen closely to each other. Continue to be open and honest, and be willing to shout lying walrus to put the humor back into the conversation. I want you to look deep into each other's eyes. Take a deep breath. Hold the joy and love you feel in this moment in your hearts. Remember this when frustrations and difficulties arise so that it can bring you closer together and strengthen your bond. Recall it when you look at your partner and think, isn't it wonderful how far we've come together? There is a reason that 1 Corinthians 13:4-8 is read so often at weddings. It reminds us that love is not for us, but rather for us to give to our partner. And that love is not a feeling, but an action on a feeling. Love is patient, love is kind, and it is not jealous. Love does not brag, it is not arrogant, it does not act unbecomingly. It does not seek its own, is not easily provoked, does not take into account a wrong suffered, does not rejoice in unrighteousness, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, and hopes all things. Love never fails. Hand in hand, you are stepping into your marriage today, and hand in hand, you step out in faith. The hand that you truly give to each other is both the strongest and most tender part of your bodies. In the years ahead, you will need both strength and tenderness. Be firm in your commitment. Don't let your grip become weak. And yet be flexible as you go through change. Don't let your hold become intolerable. Strength and tenderness, firm commitment, and flexibility. As such is a marriage made hand in hand. Also remember that you don't walk this path alone. Don't be afraid to reach out to others when together you face difficulty. Other hands are there, your friends and your families. To accept an outreached hand is not an admission of failure, but an act of faith. For behind us, underneath us, and all around us are the outstretched arms of God. And it is the hands of God, our Creator, that above all else we commit this union of husband and wife. Amen. Marriage is not something that two people invent or construct by themselves. It takes a far wider community of family and friends to make any good marriage work. Each of you have been invited here today because you are part of Glen and Emma's family. Therefore, having heard them state their intentions to each other and to God in the service of their marriage, I ask you, do you pledge to support their union, to speak the truth to them in love, and with them seek a life of love for others? Please say we do.
We do.
Good support. There is a sacred language to marriage that we all recognize. It is at this time that Glen and Emma But now I'd like to declare those words publicly. Glen, repeat after me. Look at me. From this moment, I take you as my best friend for life. I pledge to honor, encourage, and support you throughout our life together. When your way becomes difficult, I promise to stand by you and uplift you. And so that through our union, we can accomplish more together than we could alone. I promise to work at our love and always make you a priority in my life. With every beat of my heart, I will love you. From this moment, I take you as my best friend for life. I pledge to honor, encourage, and support you throughout our life together. When your way becomes difficult, I promise to stand by you and uplift you, so that through our union, we can accomplish more together than we could alone. I promise to work at our love and always make you a priority in my life. With every beat of my heart, I will love you. There is a secret language to marriage, an intimacy that is shared only between two people bound by love and vows. It is at this time that Glen and Emma would like to whisper their secret vows to each other to officially mark the beginning of their shared life. Seal your vows, and I have the wings loose. Place your ring on her finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward that you will never walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. Place your ring on his finger. Repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my heart. I promise from this day forward that you will never walk alone. My heart will be your shelter, and my arms will be your home. I'd like to invite Sydney to come forward to read a poem by E. E. Cummings, which says so clearly what Glen and Emma feel for each other.
I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you who are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart, I carry it in my heart.
May this couple be prepared to continue to give, be able to forgive, and experience more and more joy with each passing day and each passing year. Glen and Emma are now beginning their married life together, and we hope that they have loving assistance from their families, the constant support of friends, and a long life with good health and everlasting love. Glen and Emma have consented to live together forever at Glenlock, have witnessed the same before this company, having given and pledged their fidelity to each other with the giving and receiving of rings. And so, by the power vested in me by the state of California, sealed with the vows that you have offered each other, I now pronounce that you are husband and wife. Beloved family and friends, it is now my great pleasure to introduce to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs.
Stay tight.
I can lift you up. I can show you what you wanna see and take you where you wanna be. You could be my luck, even if the
it's time for our first dance. We're actually going to pass the mic on over to Diane real quick. She's got a special announcement for our first dance here.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, everyone. We're all here. We came from near, many from far, over that big table from New Jersey, to help celebrate Emma and Glen, my new son-in-law, on their day. And I have a special friend who wants to welcome Emma and Glen in a special way today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Brian McKnight. This is yours, maybe.
The basics I need to know. If you don't know just how I feel, then let me show you right now that I will reveal. If all things in time will reveal. Everyone at the wedding say one. You like a dream come true. Two, just wanna be with you for real. Plain to see that you're the only one for me. And four, repeat steps 1, 2, 3. God, make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done, say what? Yeah, so incredible the way things work since and all emotional, but you know what it's all about, babe. And undesirable for us to be apart. I never would have made it very far. 'Cause you know you've got the keys to my heart. 'Cause one is like a dream come true. Just wanna be with you, the real. 'Cause it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And four, repeat steps 1 through 3. God, make you fall in love with me. If ever I believe my work is done. And I see it coming of the sun. I feel like a little child whose life has just begun. It came to breathe the life into this lonely heart of mine. It threw out the lifeline just in the nick of time. If ever I believe my work is done, then I'll start back at one.
So I'm assuming that This is a surprise. We've been trying to keep it quiet for quite some time, and just have a couple of things for you. I brought a couple of friends with me. If in case you don't know who I am, I'm Brian McKnight. In case you don't know the music that I've written, I'm going to give you sort of a walk down memory lane for myself with some wedding sort of songs. So if this guy was here with you tonight, he'd play this song. He'd play it like this. Unforgettable. That's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a soul of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never before has someone been more unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I am unforgettable to you. And here's one that may be more useful later on down tonight. 'Cause you do it right, baby. I got sick this morning. The sea was storming inside of me, baby. Feels like I'm capsizing. The waves are rising and rising. Now when I get that feeling, I want sexual healing, baby. It's good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me. Whenever blue teardrops are falling and my emotional stability is deep in me, there is something I can do. I say get on the telephone and call you up, baby. And honey, I know you'll be there to believe me. From what you give to me will be. If you don't know the things you're dealing, oh, I can tell you, darling, that it's sexual healing. Though you don't believe that they do come true. Formed in my dreams, come true when I looked at you. It's only true if you would believe. You too might be overjoyed, over love, over me. All I need is a chance, and maybe with that chance you will find you till I climb over joy, over love, over you. Over you.
from 1,000 miles. Hear the heavens open every time that she smiles. When I come to her, that's where I belong. And I run into her just like a river strong. It's just like a river strong. She give me love, love, crazy love. She give me love, love, crazy love. Yes, I need her in the daytime. I need her, and all I need. Yes, I need her in the night. I need her, I want to throw my arms all around her, to kiss and hold the time, and and when I'm returning from so far away, she give me that sweet, sweet love right to look my day. You know it makes me righteous, and it makes me whole. Makes me melody down to my soul. It goes down into my soul. She give me love, crazy love. She give me love, crazy love. One more time, she give me love, love. When I wake up in the morning, she gives me love, crazy love. Glen, Emma, congratulations.
Hey Glen, Emma, it's Brian McKnight. Congratulations. It was great to be the sort of surprise and to do this. Even though I write these love songs all the time, it's very rare that I get an opportunity to sing them at an event like this. So it was really great. I wish you guys all the best and many, many anniversaries to come. God bless you. Peace.
I'm Derek Sutton. I am his dad. I am the host for this evening. And it's my pleasure to welcome everybody, as my ex-wife said, from far and near. It's just a great thing to have you all here to celebrate with us. And to watch Emma and Glen become man and wife. I think that's a great thing. So welcome everybody.
Thank you.
You know, I have always loved having friends and family around a dinner table. I think it's one of the greatest things in life, is to have people that you love around with you. About 15 years ago, I changed the way the ritual went, and I started a little thing that I do every time we have a major dinner. I always put a glass of wine in the middle of the table, and I try to remember our absent friends. So I'd like you to bear with me and maybe go through a little ritual with me here this evening. I don't put a glass of wine in the middle, but what we do have is we have wonderful floral arrangements. I'd like you all to look at those floral arrangements and conjure in your brain a picture of one of your loved ones who is here, who is not here tonight, either because they're working, they can't get here for whatever reason, or because they're not coming back. And in our case, I will be thinking about Emma's brother. So, would you please just look at the flowers? I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath in and then breathe out again, and then we'll keep on. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, breathe. and out. Thank you very much. One of the jobs of the host is to thank the people that have brought about this astounding day. There are too many to do everybody, and this would turn into an Oscar speech. So I'd just like to pick a couple of it particularly close. First one would be to thank Emma's mom. I mean, for a surprise like that. And also she got Emma into this wonderful dress, and that also is something that's deserving of a round of applause. Thanks, Emma. Secondly, I'd like to thank Cha-Cha and Jerry, because they had to keep their son in check for the whole of the last year. And they also had to teach us what it's like to have an extended family, because our families are relatively small, but the clan Curtis appears to be enormous. So thank you very much for your contributions, both spiritual and financial. Thirdly, I'd like to thank Constance. Without Constance, I don't think this would have run the way it has. It's absolutely spectacular. Fourth and final, and this is particularly personal, I'd like to thank Jim. I've spent the last year waiting to take my daughter down the aisle. And then 3 days before the wedding, I break my ankle. So Jim did great standing duty for me and handed her off at just the right point. Thank you, Jim. Broken ankle, it brings me back to when, I think Emma was in 7th or 8th grade when she broke her ankle, and she's been reminding me the last few days. It followed on to a year where Miss Emma had played 3 different sports, soccer, basketball, and volleyball, and had been injured in each of those sports. So I had spent a lot of time in emergency rooms and at the Kieran Joe Clinic in Santa Monica, and in a wonderful bone clinic out in the valley. But Miss Emma did not break her ankle playing sport. At about that same time, she had found a new love, which was fashion. And she and I had had some extremely difficult discussions about exactly how much skin a 14-year-old should be showing when walking down the street. So she arrived at my house this particular weekend wearing shorts that were so short they were almost not there, and a pair of 4-inch heels that were just amazing. Luckily, she had some fun with the kids in the neighborhood, but some of that fun involved running. And of course, the shoes were not even designed for running, so we had a broken ankle. But that things aside, we have grown to love the fashion sense that Emma has. And somehow or other, she finished out here in one of the most beautiful dresses I've ever seen. Of course, at the same time with the fashion, we had the boys. Now, I'm the father of a daughter, and I have serious suspicions about boys that come around. And I always thought that, although Emma has incredibly high standards for her boyfriends and girlfriends, that the male candidates didn't seem to have quite the same caliber. Until Glen. Now, Emma had told me about Glen on the phone, and I didn't think it was going to last very long. Here we have a girl who's an absolute city girl getting involved with a guy who comes from a small town, and it didn't seem like it had much chance to me. But then a little while later I met them, and Glen turned that 1,000-watt smile on me, and it was like, okay. I suppose I can let this one go. And it has been my wonderful pleasure over the last few years to watch the love between them grow, to watch the commitment between them grow, and to know that there's something here that is much stronger than just the kind of love that is in a Disney movie. So I'd like you all to help me celebrate with them by raising your glasses. I'm drinking a toast to the long life and health of our new bride and groom. Bride and groom.
I'm single. And I know that some of Glen's family has already come up to me trying to get me in on that family. But I'm truly honored to stand before you this evening and speak to this amazing and beautiful couple. I have been thinking of this speech for a while now, and relatively recently I got home from work and I decided it was time I sat down and really thought about what I wanted to say and what kind of words of wisdom I wanted to impart on this couple. Admittedly, being the lush that we all know that I am, I thought I would pour myself a glass of wine, or inevitably the entire bottle, and just let the words flow. When I got home, all I had in my refrigerator was my favorite bottle of red wine, which ironically is called Prisoner. I literally laughed out loud. Emma and I have had some infamous wine nights to talk about life and love and shopping and shoes and boys. But instead of drinking this bottle, I decided to decorate it. Occasionally, sometimes, you just need to sit down and take the time to pour a glass of wine and talk about life and love, or I suppose maybe hash something out. I renamed the bottle. Instead of Prisoner, it is Prisoner of Love on there. And basically what I'm saying is that sometimes you can be a prisoner of your own words, and occasionally it takes a glass of wine or a bottle to work things out, or just talk about life, and sometimes we need to do that. I have known Emma since sorority years, but in those years I would call us acquaintances. It wasn't until after college and I had moved to LA that I had truly found a friendship in Emma. Emma called me out of the blue. I wasn't even expecting a phone call from her. And she said, "Oh, you moved to LA?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you know anybody?" No. She was on my doorstep, literally. I won't forget the night that we went to the bars when I had first moved to LA. And we went there on foot, but we walked home on a hijacked grocery cart that Emma pushed me in all the way home. And a passerby happened to take a photo, which actually a few weeks later he asked for my number. But, that photo to me says so much about our friendship, and it's symbolic because it was kind of one of the first nights that Emma and I had ever truly hung out and drank together and talked about life and boys and blah, 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 blah. But the picture is kind of a metaphor for the friendship that Emma has brought me. She has truly pushed me along in life over the years, and I'm so thankful for your friendship. You are truly the most beautiful person I know, and she has such a fire in her soul, and it is literally lit so bright when Glen is around. And sometimes when I'm with the two of them, I'm like, stop it. Like when they were at the altar tonight, couldn't you feel it? Couldn't you oh my God, they just want to kiss. They want to kiss so bad right now, rip her clothes off, But I have to deal with that on a regular basis, and I have to tell them to stop because I'm super single, and that's not fun to watch necessarily all the time. But I totally just went off my speech. But really, I just want to say thank you so much to Emma's mom and Emma's dad. You guys raised a friend that I will never ever find again. She is so beautiful, and I'm so thankful for you. I'm so happy to be your maid of honor. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me and Glen. I know you're going to take care of her. You already do. I had this story about how, just really quickly, this story about how I show up at their house and I'm like, what's the deal? There are flowers, roses sticking out of beer bottles and wine bottles. Literally, he had bought her so many flowers over the week that they didn't have enough vases. That I was like, you're either really in the doghouse right now, or this is just the bar you've set for yourself, and I'm sorry then at that point. But I know Emma is the girl that deserves to wake up to beautiful flowers every day, and flowers oftentimes are a symbol of love, and I know that she'll wake up to love every day with you. So, congratulations. I love you both.
All right, let's hear it for Danielle one more time, our maid of honor.
She put some time into that. Well, we're here to gather to let you know who I am. I'm Aaron Miller. This is my little brother, Glen. I'm 10 years older than this little fella. And he was always my little brother. So, and he's always going to be my little brother. And I'm always going to be the best man. That's reality. So, anyway, back to Glen and Emma. I was told I couldn't say a lot of things in the speech. And then I just heard that. And anyway, Glen he's got a huge heart. He loves Emma, and there's nothing that's gonna break that. And I know that. I mean, everyone goes through their ups and downs, and I've never heard a negative thing from Glen talking about Emma. And that means a lot, because we don't talk that much, but when we do, he likes to give me the scoop. And he don't hold back. But I'm very happy to have Emma into our family and include her, and maybe have some little kids running around like these little rascals. But this is very nice. I love you. Love you too, Emma. And I didn't write a speech, so I didn't remind you guys, did I? But anyway, I love you guys both. Let's party tonight, have a good time, because that's what it's all about. And the union of the Millers and the Suttons and everyone, raise your glass. Toast to a beautiful couple. Happily ever after. We'll see about the end.
Yeah, man. So we back in the club with our bodies rocking from side to side, side to side. Thank God the week is done. I feel like a zombie gone back to life, back to life. Hands up, yeah, suddenly we all got our hands up. No control of my body. Ain't I seen you before? I think I remember those eyes. Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. So dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Keep downing drinks like there's no tomorrow. That's just right now. Gonna set the roof on fire. Gonna burn this motherfucker down. Come on, hands up. When the music drops, we both put our hands up. Put your hands on my body. Swear I've seen you before. I think I remember those eyes. Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again. So dance like it's the last night of your life. Life won't get you right. Cause baby tonight, the DJ got us falling in love again.
Emma and Glen, we're very, very happy for your marriage. And my only advice is to follow the triangle. You, your wife, and God. The closer you get to God, the closer you get to each other. So that's my advice to you, and that's what's worked for us. It's been 9-10 years.
Yes.
So congratulations. And
First of all, it was an honor that you had us here at your wedding. I mean, it was so beautiful. You guys looked so happy. Emma, you were gorgeous. And Glen, you were beaming. I love how, Emma, before you walked down the aisle, you said, I am so excited. And right after you got married, Glen, you said, I'm a husband. So cute, you guys. We wish you all the best. Glen, I've known you for a short time, but I've just been so impressed with you and with your heart and how you love Emma. And Emma, I've known you for a few years now, and I adored you from the moment I met you. You are the sweetest girl. I just absolutely adore you, and I cannot say enough about you. You're beautiful inside and out. So we just wish you guys the best. Estella, do you want to say something?
Yeah.
Come on. And here's Estella.
Thank you so much for letting me be your flower girl. It was so much fun. You're so pretty. And I don't know why. I do know why Glen likes you so much, because you're so pretty.
Emma and Glen, we are so happy for you. Thank you for inviting us. This is gorgeous. Emma, you look beautiful. Glen, I can't believe that you're part of our family now, first of all. Also, we're all Millers, so it should be a good time. And you guys, it was a beautiful ceremony. You guys were amazing. Thank you.
Emma, Glen, you guys are awesome. You guys are gonna have the best time of your life. You guys are having some of the best moments in your life. I'm so happy for you guys. Glen, one thing about us Millers, we're different. So we hope to, I really hope to get to know you. I hope we really, I hope we can have some fun later on, have some laughs and everything. I know Colin's up there right now smiling his ass off. He's really happy for you guys, and I am too. We all are. So just, this is your night. Have fun and enjoy the rest of your lives together. Cheers.